Folks, welcome back to right here, magnificent Germany with Darren. Today, we're joined by a couple who did what many of us dream of. We're in the dreaming stage. Christian and Kari, they're in the stage, and we can't wait to introduce you to them. And speaking of, right here, we have Kari and Christian from Rome Rome the Glove, Rome the Globe. Welcome in,
Easy
guys.
for you to say. Thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
Yes, thank
Let's say that 5 times. Well, thanks again for being here. I really appreciate that. One of my favorite things to do is meet people. I love people. I'm a people person, and especially with the same mindset, the same zeal for travel, and not only just travel, but slowing down, slow traveling, and it's a different aspect of it, and of course, I like doing podcasts. I like doing live streams too, but podcasts are more intimate. You can spend time and everything. Live streams great too because you're doing live streams and you're chatting back and forth with everybody. But it's just really neat to learn of each other. And so let's start out with ladies first. Ladies first, right here. Explain to us and the whole world in Kari and Christian's Roam the Globe world and Magnificent German Darren world and YouTube world, your love for chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, where did it come from?
Yeah. So, how did it first start?
Great question. So, I think my biggest memory of making chocolate chip cookies was in college, but I'm quite sure I started way before college making cookies. But in college, I didn't make the cookies in the regular round, like scoop and put them on the
Okay.
pan. I made them, batch made them. So I put them in a sheet pan and then just bake the whole thing and cut them up. And the cookie jar never, didn't like it to get low. So I always would be on top of making the chocolate chip cookies. So what do they say? It's 10,000 hours when you have experience in something. Is that what it is? 10,000 hours. So I think I have my hours in making chocolate chip cookies for sure. So yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. And also, speaking of that, 98.678 of all statistics are made up on the spot. So you live by that rule. That is.
Christian always has to fact check me because I say something. He's like, "We're gonna fact check that later."
All right. That was one of my favorite things saying when I gave seminars or gave talks at work or something like that. I say something just to break the ice and keep it real, but have fun doing it, right? So now Christian, he is the biggest Florida Gator fan that I've ever met in my life. Not. He is not. So, Christian, can you tell us, please? And I want to get back to you too, Kari. What's your favorite alma mater? What is your alma mater?
My alma mater is, you probably refer to it as that school up north, but it is the Florida State University.
The Florida State University. Absolutely. I saw that because, first of all, I ran into one of your videos. It was on. Where did I find? Oh, it was on a Facebook group and a slow travel Facebook group and everything. And I'm like, oh, who's this? And I watched your very first video, and then I saw you had a bunch of videos. So I just kept going. I went on a Kari and Christian splurge. Yeah. Well, I was like 3 days. I was like glued. I was like, man, this is cool going through. And I got all the way through, and it was like 1 a.m. I was watching, and I had my headphones on. I was laying in bed. My wife's dead asleep, and everything. And I saw you, the Florida State. We were on the beach there. I'm like, he's a Seminole, and I scared her. I scared my wife to death. She, what? I'm sorry. I had my headphones on, and
You kept on watching, so I appreciate it.
I did. I kept watching, but it's been really cool to go through all those videos, and I could say I watched every single one of your videos and everything. So and I love it. So Kari, where you mentioned you went to college? Where did you go?
Missouri State. So it's when I went, it
Wow.
was the SMSU Bears. Now it's gosh, they changed the name. What is it?
Missouri State.
Oh, just Missouri State. Yeah, it was Southwest Missouri State. So it's just Missouri State.
It's Missouri State. Okay. Now where's that located? I know it's in Missouri,
Yes.
but
Springfield, Missouri.
Springfield. Okay.
Yep.
We have a fellow YouTuber from Springfield. I believe it's
Oh,
Springfield.
really?
Yes, yes. Her and her husband live there. I think it is Springfield.
Oh.
I'll have to check. I'll have to fact check that before I can say, yeah, that was it. That was,
Well, believe it or not, in college, I went to maybe one football game. It just wasn't really big growing up in Missouri. I mean, it was for
let's
some
pray.
people.
Dear
but not
Lord, please
my
give him
family.
my sin. Oh, no.
Opposites attract.
Well, but then I met
Right.
Christian, and I learned so much. Remember, you used to quiz me on the mascots for all
Yep.
of
I was like,
all the
okay,
SEC and
let's
the
go through the
ACC.
SEC. Let's go through the
Yeah.
ACC. So
So now I know
That's-
a little. I can watch it now and understand what's going on.
That is awesome. That is really awesome. We're gonna have our 19th anniversary. Oh, it's
Oh,
thundering.
congrats.
If you hear thunder, it's not me. It's the thunder. We're about to have our 19th wedding anniversary in a couple weeks, and it gets better every day. But it was our second date. On our first date, I'll be real quick, But on our first date, I took her out to eat and everything. I said, there's something I need to tell you about me, and she's like, did you kill somebody? I'm like, no, I didn't kill nobody, and everything. And we're sitting at Carrabba's, which it was our favorite place. I didn't know. I just said, hey, you want to go to Carrabba's? She goes, that's my favorite place. I'm like,
Aw.
God, score. Anyway, so we got through eating everything. I said, well, I'm a Florida football fan. And she goes, okay, well, the sky's blue. I said, no, you don't understand. I haven't missed a game, home or away. I don't care where it's been, in person,
Wow.
in 9 years' time. And she goes, I forgot what she said. Something that's I forgot what she said. She goes, what? You haven't missed one game? And I said, no. And I was saying it jokingly, but anyways, the second date, that was a Friday night. I said, well, as a matter of fact, I was going to ask you, would you like to go to a Florida Gator game tomorrow? I live in the Ocala area.
Yep.
So Florida's 45 minutes from my driveway. I'm exactly 45 minutes to the swamp. So I spend a lot of time there. And anyways, and she goes, yeah, I'll go. I've never been to a football game before. I said, you never been to a football game? She played. Now I'm a Florida boy. She's from Long Island. Okay, New
Okay.
York. Okay,
Yeah.
she played Carnegie Hall. So she didn't play
Wow.
in the band. She played at Carnegie Hall. Her dad's a doctor up there. Anyway, so all this stuff. She goes, I've never been to a football game. I said, well,
Wow.
would you like to go? And long story short, I spent all first quarter, second quarter. This is a first down. This is that. And she's a school teacher. My wife's a school teacher, so she's listening and everything. And what surprised me was, this is the second date now. It's the third quarter. We got a first down. And before I did, she stood up. She goes, first down.
Nice
like,
job.
I'm going to marry this lady. She's a fast learner. but it's all good. Now, how often do you? I know you're living out of state, but do you ever get to go to Doak Camel?
the last time I was at Doak Campbell, geez, we were living in Atlanta at the time, I think. I know it
I
was.
thought you might say, "Oh, the choke at the dope, choke it."
I actually,
Yeah.
well, I had a picture of that. I gave it to my old college roommate because we're getting rid of everything, getting ready to move. But yeah, I was actually at the Choke at Doak, have a magazine. I was in one of the Lindy's conference preview magazines.
Wow.
Next season, they did an article on Florida State, and we were right in the middle of the picture.
Oh,
the
that's
first
so
picture in the article.
cool. That is so cool. Now, I'm a diehard Gator, but I'm also, and I'm a Gator saying this, but I've always been a Bobby Bowden fan.
Yep.
I love Bobby Bowden. He's a good guy. I met him several times and everything, and first of all, he's a believer. I'm a believer too. That's number one. But
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a picture of him up there, a card signed by him, and Spurrier too. I got them side by side. It's funny,
Yeah.
side by side. I can't reach it, but anyways, but I've been a Bobby Bowden fan, and you're a Florida fan. I said, yeah, he's a great human being and everything. Now, Florida State Day, that's we're gonna get them.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
actually grew up in South Florida, so I grew up
did
going
you?
to University of Miami games, and I remember going to
Wow,
games chanting "FS Who," and then
wow,
ended up going to school there.
wow. So you're from Miami?
Yes,
Wow, check that out. South Florida, Miami. You're Miami or Miami?
Miami.
You're Miami. Okay, yeah, that is awesome. So, what was your Carrie? I'll go back to you. What was
Sure.
your line of work? You said in your videos that you're retired and you're no longer working.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that as we get going. If you don't mind sharing,
Yeah.
what was your line of work?
So I started at Marriott, which is how we met. I was an event manager for a couple years.
Marriott, the
And
Hotel Marriott.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We met in Atlanta, the Marriott Midtown Suites.
Yep.
Yep. And then from there, I spent 23 years in the pharmaceutical world. So worked for AstraZeneca for 23 years. I did sales, marketing, learning, launched products from last, what, 5 or 6 years. I did a global role. So it was really cool to meet so many people around the world and just, which very helpful now in what we're getting ready to go do is because we have contacts in different spaces. So yeah,
Sure.
23 years.
Well, that
Took
is
us to what, 5 different states?
Yeah, we have sold 5 houses over the years, and
I remember that. In the videos, what are some of the places where you lived?
so we
Started
met
in
in
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also lived in Columbia, South Carolina.
Wow.
We were there when Spurrier was there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
his neighborhood was right across. Didn't we walked through his neighborhood, right?
Yep. Yep.
Forget the
Check
name
that
of it.
out.
Yeah. Kind of wild.
So
House was quite
Columbia,
nice.
then Wilmington, Delaware,
Yeah.
Wow.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, RC Cola and moon pies and
Pie.
RC Cola.
Yep. And then now we're in Gaithersburg, Maryland, just north of DC.
Yep.
That's a nice area. I think your second video, you're showing us a tour of the town there. And when you first started out, because I remember I watched every video.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you were showing the town. Wow, that looks pretty good. There's a steakhouse that you shared.
Yeah.
I'm a big steak guy. I love steak. I like salads too. I like all that stuff, but I do not like a big thick steak, medium rare. But yeah, absolutely. And then the park there in that area, that looked like a real nice area.
Yeah,
It is,
we've
it's good.
really enjoyed it.
And it lives like a condominium community.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
live,
it's a
work,
mix.
play. There's condos there, homes, businesses. So
Wow, look really nice.
Yeah, we call it City Light. So it's kind of the first time that we've had all this stuff where we can just walk
Just
to the
walk
grocery
there.
store. Yeah, walk everywhere. It's really, really nice. It's helped us decide kind of what we want way down the road.
Sure. I know. In one of your videos, when you started traveling, we're going to go back and forth a little bit. But while I'm thinking about it, I don't want to forget it. I don't have any notes in front of me because I couldn't get the thing to print. So that's okay. So you backpack like you go to the grocery store backpack. But even though you're back home, you still practice. You take your backpacks and you go
Yep.
Yes.
get what you need. So how's that working out?
great.
It's a good way to sneak in exercise because to Trader Joe's, it's 2 miles there, 2 miles back. So it's a quick way to get,
Oh,
4 miles in. Now you cannot overbuy in that instance. One time,
that's true.
I've never been so amazed at the Packers at Trader Joe's. I went by myself one time and I took just the day pack. I think I had chicken cutlets coming out of the actual backpack on the way back on the way home.
Wow.
The eggs didn't break. They did a nice job.
Hey, that's a win right there. Didn't break the eggs.
It's a good
Wow.
way to help manage the
Yeah.
expenses too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good
Cars
habit to be
and
kept up.
right now. You recently just sold your car, right? You sold your car to somebody, Carrie? Yeah.
Yep, family friend up in Missouri. So we just have the one car.
And that'll be going in a few weeks.
Yes.
Wow. Speaking of that, and like I said, we're going to go back and forth, but that's pretty neat. And you're what, 5 months out of being fully everything gone bye bye?
Well,
5 weeks.
5
and we
weeks.
Well, we just moved it up actually because we were going to be gone the end of June, and now we're going to go up to Missouri. My dad's having some surgery on his
Oh,
back, so we're going to go be there for that.
sorry to
So
hear that.
we pushed it up a little bit. So now we're
Wow.
3 weeks.
First of all, prayers for your dad.
Thank
I,
you.
Thank
I
you.
understand about back. I broke my back in the military years ago. I was in the Army.
Mhm.
I think we discussed that a little bit, but
Yep.
I broke my L405 S1. I was paralyzed on my
Mm.
right hand side for almost 3 months. Well, no, it was no, excuse me, almost 4 months. It was three
Wow.
months and 27 days, and
Yeah.
they told I
Not
never
that you
walk
were
again.
counting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And they said I would never walk again, and but I'm walking. I'm walking. Sometimes you'll see me with a cane. I got a cane. Sometimes I have to. I don't like to, but I got to be honest with myself,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and but I try not to. But I just deal with chronic pain with back, so I
Mhm.
understand. Did he hurt his back or?
He's just he laid carpet for years and years and years, and
Oh,
just he's an active water skier, and it's just kind of been compiled over the years. But his is L4, L5 as well, so he's having
really?
a laminectomy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Tell them I don't even know them, but
yeah,
I understand. I'll be keeping them. Uh, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you know this or not, but I have another channel as well where I do devotions every day.
okay.
It's called A Moment in the Word. I didn't even think to think, but it's called A Moment in the Word.
Yeah,
And today I was on Tuesdays. I'm live, and
okay.
I do a prayer request list and stuff like that. And it's important to pray
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yes.
Every
without a doubt.
morning, that's how we start.
Yeah, that's how we
Hey,
start our day.
that's awesome. That is awesome. Now, what did you do in the military there, Christian?
So I went into the reserves just after Desert Storm.
Okay.
Went in I was an intelligence analyst, and then I jumped out of airplanes.
What? What? Okay, I did airborne.
Yep.
Wow, that is awesome. I got hurt before airborne school. Well, I broke my back in Germany in Graf, and in Graf, big training area there.
Okay.
January I was supposed to go to jump school. February I was supposed to go to aerosol school, but not with a
Not
broke
with a
back.
broken back. No.
No, it was over. I couldn't because my first sergeant at the time, he put the packing in for me. He goes, Glover, is that what you? I said, I want to be airborne. He goes, all right, and then he made it happen. He did everything. I had this big packet and everything. I was going, and but of course that happened.
Somebody
But
else had a plan.
that's right. That's right. Now, is that the same thing as like MI, military intelligence? Is that the
Yes.
same?
Yes.
Okay.
Did
Right.
my basic at Fort Leonard Wood,
All right.
ironically 45 minutes from
Yeah.
where she grew up.
Or Lost in the Woods and
Yep.
Yes.
Fort Lost in the Woods, Intel School out at Fort Huachuca,
wow, that's
out in
Kansas
Arizona. Arizona.
or Arizona.
Yep.
Riley's Kansas. Yeah.
And then jump school at Benning.
Wow. That's Columbus, Georgia. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, thank you for your service.
Honored.
Yes. Thank
My
You as
my
well.
you for yours.
thank you. My dad, he's with the Lord now. He passed away in '98. He died of Agent Orange, and he had 3% of his heart left when he passed away.
Wow.
And I'm now older than what my dad was, which is kind
Wow.
of blows me away. I'm going to be a steak sauce this year, so Heinz 57.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and he was 55 when he passed.
Wow.
Where I was getting at, he was MI, and he
Okay.
did coding and decoding, a lot of joint service, with the Marines, Navy, Air Force, all of them together. Especially in Hawaii. That's where I was born. Both my parents from Florida. We're all Florida folks, but I was born in Hawaii, and so it's kind of cool history. But anyways, but thank you for your service.
My honor, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
yours.
Thank you. Did you ever get to Germany by any chance?
Have not.
Oh,
Actually, when we did our test trip, which you saw those early videos on, that was my first time in Europe. Surprisingly.
oh,
So,
wow! You look like professionals. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's rewind a little bit. Okay, you're both in Maryland. Okay, you're working. Whose idea was it? Hey, let's see if we can retire early and slow travel, and we're gonna make a YouTube video about it. Whose idea was that? Okay, okay.
Yeah, started watching stuff probably 3 or 4 years ago. Don't know how it came in. The algorithm started feeding some stuff to me.
When we were
And
in
then just-
Tennessee, right?
Yeah, when we
Like
were in
back a while.
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And just kept watching it over the years. And then conversations with the financial advisor said we were on the right path. And when we came up here, we were never planning to retire early. We knew this would be a temporary spot, but never thought we would be retiring when we left. We assumed we would do an international assignment with her, and probably
And he
I'd
was going to
retire.
retire. Yeah. Like I remember having a conversation with my boss at one time, and I'm like, Christian wants to retire. I'm not ready yet. So, if he can retire, I can do something maybe overseas. That would be really cool.
I mean, being 28 years old, I mean, who wants to retire at 28 years old?
You only have one life, right?
That's right. That's right. You mentioned in one of your videos, and I had to look it up because I know what you're talking about fire. My fire. What is he talking about? The 457B or something like that. Explain to everybody what that is.
Financial independence, it's an acronym for financial independence, retire early, or some also refer to it as recreational employment.
Yeah.
Okay.
To where you get that freedom to do, you don't have to be oppressed by the man anymore.
Right. Absolutely. Everything in life, I'm not telling you anything, you have to have a plan. I mean, you got to have a plan. You have to have a goal. You have to have a mindset. And so I guess, how did you come up with in your early years, as you're planning for retirement, to save for retirement? What was some of the first things you thought of?
Well, we both, once we were eligible, we both just started saving for retirement because it was what you had to do.
Sure.
We're that first generation without a pension. So we just always saved. And the ability for us to retire early came about because one company that I spent like 13 years with, it was a smaller company, and they didn't have a 401k plan.
Ooh.
So what we did was just put it into a brokerage account.
Okay.
And you mentioned Kari being 29. Because of the fact that we're so young, it's that brokerage account that's actually unintended consequences. We have the funds, access to funds available for us to be able to support an earlier retirement.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, folks, whoever's listening right now, check out the fire method. That was you said, what's it called? Like Nix? Not Nix. What was I thinking?
Dinks?
Jakes. Was it Jakes?
No,
dual
we
income.
talked about us
Okay.
being dinks.
Dinks.
That means
Dinks.
dual income, no kids.
Yeah.
Okay, all these acronyms. I'm trying.
Come on, you're military.
Right. So, no, I was thinking, is it Jakes? What is it? Okay, I was close.
Yeah.
But that is awesome. So here you are now. Now, I remember again watching your first video. You going through showing us where you live and everything, and the planning stages. That's the most fun. I think I love to plan. We plan to slow travel one day. We're a few years out. I'm completely retired. My wife's not, being a school teacher, and we still have children at home. So one's going to be a senior next week.
Oh wow! Congrats.
And then I have my son. He's going to be a sophomore next week.
Wow.
So we're right here, but we do go to Germany a lot. I love Germany. I visited Germany, traveling Germany as much as I can. It took me 19 years to get back in 2008, pre-kids, and took my wife and my friends. And long story short, I realized how much I missed it because I've been wanting to go back for years. and everything. And my buddy, he's one of those. Yeah, one of these days, one of these days. And I'm like, yeah, I married the lady of my dreams. And I said, "You want to go to Germany?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Me too." So, and then I realized how much I missed it, and I just finished my 35th trip back this past
Wow.
December.
Wow.
And, of course, I got plans, figured out for this month, or
Mhm.
not this month, this year as well. I wish it was this month, but I'm always looking. I'm always planning for my next trip.
Yeah.
So
Where are you
I got
going? Where's your next spot?
well, a lot of times I go to places I like to go to, which is Garmisch. I love Garmisch,
Okay.
Partenkirchen, there, and that's where the Zugspitze is located. It's the highest peak in Germany.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
you could go up there. You can see like 4 or 5 different countries standing in one spot. You can say, "Oh, there's the Italian Alps. There's the
Mhm.
Swiss Alps. There's the Austrian Alps, and here's the Swiss Alps, all the way through." And you're in one spot. And you could also walk into, I like right there on the border, you could walk into Austria. There's a restaurant up there, panoramic view,
Oh,
and you can see on a clear day, you see everything. And I had to go there and eat a bratwurst, drink some coffee,
Yep.
yeah.
and all that stuff, and then come and just walk back into Germany. There's a lake there I like to swim in, called the Eibsee. Beautiful lake. I love to swim. I'm a water guy. I love water, and anything beach or lake or river, that's me. As long as I can see the water,
And
or what was
especially
was
if they have a spaghetti ice place down there.
Oh, did you just say that word?
He sure did.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yes, they do. They got one of the best spaghetti ice cafes right there. And I tell you what, one bite, one bite, and you will be ruined. A good ruined, not a
Yep.
bad ruined, a good ruined. But yeah, Garmisch, of course, I use that as a base. Munich, um, Lake Constance. I'm going to Lake Constance. I've been there several times, but you can't do everything on one trip. You know what I mean? So
Mhm, mhm.
we were spending times there too. If you look, it's called a Bodensee. It's on the left hand side. If you're looking at a map, be on the left hand
Yep.
side, be on the west side.
Okay.
Constance, Bodensee. It's where the Rhine River runs right into Lake Constance. The Germans
Ah,
spell it
okay.
with a
Uh-huh.
K, Konstaz, but Constance, C-O-N. It was spelled
Okay.
like that as in English. Um, but it's a lot of fun. Last July, I had my son with me, and it was my it was my wife, my kids. We also have some friends with her. We're all there, but my son and I, we don't stop until it's time to go to bed. And I said, "Let's go, son. Let's go." So we'll go walk the trails and everything up along the lake. Well, we just in Germany, you just go swimming, right?
Yep.
Anywhere you want. So we saw this water. So let's swim in here. Crystal clear water. It's the Rhine
Mhm.
River where the lake meets, and we were just swimming, having a great time. And then all of a sudden, here comes these bunch of guys, like all 22, 23-ish, right? Come walking up, and they started swimming. And there was a couple young ladies there too. They're same age. And it's a German swim team, but the two young ladies were Americans who married German swim team folks,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
and one went to University of Florida, one went to um, uh, South Carolina Gamecocks. So that was
Okay.
I was like, "You're a Gamecock? What?" So it was kind of cool to talk. But anyways, long story short, we're out there swimming, we're befriending each other and everything, and the Germans they says, "Hey, we're gonna go jump off that bridge," and my son says, "Wait, can I go with him?" I said, "Man, you're gonna get me in trouble with your mom. Go jump off a bridge. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Easier to ask
do it."
for forgiveness than permission.
Information.
Exactly. I said, "No, don't you say a word." I won't. I won't. So I watched him, and they're buddies with the guys, But I didn't just sit on the bank. I swam. I didn't tell my son I was swimming out there, but I swam
Mhm.
out there just in case something happens. You
Yeah.
know, that's my boy.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm watching him and everything, and he was looking for me on the edge. He couldn't find me. I'm right below him. He didn't know it. But anyways, he did it, and he yelled, "Geronimo!" got down. Well, long story short, first thing what he do to my wife, he goes, "Yeah, we jumped off a bridge." Here we go, and everything. And it was fun. Oh boy,
You're like secret.
I had to explain myself. Wasn't that bad, But it wasn't too high. But she saw it. She goes, he jumped off that. Oh, never mind.
He's
But
here. It's okay.
yeah, exactly. It was fun. Yeah. But yeah, it's just those areas are just great. Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and but before we get there, on your first trip, we changed it up a little bit. Your first trip, you went to, I just drew a blank.
Portimao,
Portimao?
Portugal.
Yes. Where you found the Aldi, and you also found the other one. You found two grocery stores side by side, almost.
Yes,
Oh,
the Aldi
the
and
Aldi
yep,
and the Lidl.
and the Lidl.
Lidl, yes,
Yep, yep.
that's it. Now, which one did you say? Did you say you used the Lidl more than the Aldi?
Yeah,
And for that trip, there were 3 stores right there, and we pretty much used all 3 of them
Yep.
for the time
Okay.
we were there. There was even a 4th one a little further.
Like Trader
down.
Joe's was there, I think.
Trader Joe's was not there, but they had,
what was the
since
other
they're
one?
related, they had the Trader Joe's products in there. We had
the Pingo Doce.
also the Continente
Yeah.
and a Pingo Doce.
Okay, that where I got confused was because in that apartment, because I saw the Trader Joe nuts. And I was
Yes.
like, oh, there must have been Trader Joe's nearby. Okay, so that was from somewhere else.
Correct.
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
that
was
was
from the
in. I think
Aldi.
that was from
was
Aldi.
the
They just
Aldi.
had Trader Joe brand, but I think it was
Okay.
we got them in Portugal.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, they're all in the same company, I believe.
Yes.
They own. I know a little bit of the history of the Audi. The incorporated in Essen, Germany, by the mother in the 40s, and then the brothers they obtained it, and then in the 60s they got in a big argument. Then there's an Aldi North, Aldi South, and then they branched out to Trader Joe's. I did a whole video on it a long time ago. I don't want to misspeak.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I did all the history on it and everything, and I just don't remember everything offhand. But do you like history?
I do.
He
yes.
is. Yes.
Yeah, I love history. I guess I like to read. And there's nothing like a hardcover book. I mean, I do digital stuff all the time, sure, but I like the hardcover book. Smell the pages. It's kind of. But I love history. So, what historical something? What did you learn on your first trip in Portugal that brought out the history there?
That's a great question.
You wanna
Oh,
go
I
first?
know. That'll be you.
For me, it was just so where we were in Portimao, just learning about the canning industry and how much of an impact that had on that region. And then going in, and there was a Franciscan monastery, an old one there right by the port that
Yes.
we ended up going to a place when we were in Lisbon, and it was the church that lost its roof, and I can't
Yeah.
remember what the name of the church was there in Lisbon, but that church lost its roof with
Comment
the
on
earthquake.
Yeah.
But they had actually, I don't know if it's actually what it was called, but I think of it as a baptismal bowl.
Right.
The little tub bath thing. They had that from that monastery that was in Portimao. They
That
had
was
that
neat.
sit in there on display. So that was kind of neat having that tie-in with the two places.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was neat. I mean, especially all that time went by and they just left it,
Yeah.
without a roof, but kept the historical, parts, including I guess the baptismal.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
interesting because it wasn't just pieces from that specific site. It was stuff from all around Portugal that they had in one spot for you to see. But I just loved that the tie that it had with someplace that we had just visited.
Right. Now, in that same place, isn't that where you went to like a coffee shop or something? It was like a library, like an old library.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that the same place?
That was in.
That was another spot.
That was Barcelona.
That was
The
Barcelona.
oldest bookstore in Barcelona, and
That's
they
it.
had a little restaurant in it.
Right.
And speaking of, and that was great history too, just to hear about the family, how they started and how they continued it. But also in Barcelona, La Sagrada Familia, just
Yeah, if
I mean, words
I
can't
don't,
even.
I know you love Germany, but if you go to Barcelona,
It's
do the tour of La Sagrada Familia and do not skip the basement tour
Oh,
because it shows some interesting things of what Gaudi used.
to
He
build.
basically used sandbags, small sandbags with rope to figure out, I can't remember what type of curves they're called, but use that in helping design the structure for the supports. But it's essentially the church upside down because all the bags are showing all the different arches that were needed to support the structure that he designed. Really,
It's really
really
neat.
neat.
wow. Uh, that's what I love about travel. You know, you're traveling, you're learning stuff and seeing stuff, and the one where you were in Portimao, or I'm saying that wrong, Portimao, Portugal. Is,
Yep.
yeah, when you're going through all the seven hanging valleys,
Yes, the Seven Hanging
Yeah,
Valleys
that was
Trail.
cool.
that
Yeah.
was stunning.
It's a good
Yeah.
Got,
hike. Mm-hmm.
got
Very nice.
the cavern on the where the boat was on the other side, and
Yeah,
you were
the
on the land side.
Venagil
Yeah.
Caves.
Yes, man, I want to go there. My wife watched the video too. You won't see her like you see me on video. She'll pop on there every once in a while. She's camera shy, you know. But every once in a while she'll pop on there. You'll sit there in a little bit. Like we did a video, I don't know, a couple months ago, retiring in Germany, something like that. It's a cost of living or something like that. She was with me there a little bit, but yeah. She's like, I'm good. I'll hold the camera. But
Takes some getting used to for sure.
Yeah, I'm
still
still
learning,
getting
both
used to
of us.
being in front of the camera.
right. Well, y'all have a great camera presence. I mean, so I want to encourage you. You know, keep doing what you're doing. You're real. You know, you could tell. You know, if it's just a bunch of stuff, or am I giving real facts like your cost comparisons, your budget, your budgeting. I mean, that's real stuff. I mean that and you're not. I mean, not only giving us real stuff, but that's helping a lot of people who would like to be in your shoes one day. You know,
Yep.
and we now my wife and I we thought about doing all that selling and everything and all that stuff, and but we pretty much right now I've learned over the years, never say never. You never say never, right?
Yep.
And I just said never. And but we want to keep our home, but in a few years be able to go be in Germany or any other European country or anywhere for like 30 days at a time,
Yep.
60 days at a time, a week, because right now, with everything, when I go by myself, I go about 2 weeks. That's the most. I don't want to be without my wife that long, 2 weeks. However, last year I spent 31 days there, but I took two groups. Two groups of friends back to back,
Okay.
Oh,
and
cool.
it was cool. It kept me busy, but my
But it's like
son
two
was with
different
me.
trips.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was a lot of fun too. Wow, it was fun. But I'm looking forward to the day where we could do that. But that way we'll still have the home, and especially right now because we still have kids at the house. So it's sort of what we do, make sure college, is taken care of. There's a lot of the doings, but we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah, and that's one thing we know. Us being able to do this at such a young age is because of the fact. Well, one of the reasons is we didn't have kids, and we know that that's something that obviously one of the most important decisions you'll make in
Sure.
life is
Sure.
the decision to have kids if you're blessed to do so. And we know that that is one of the reasons also why we're able to do this so young is because like you've said, you still have kids in school, so you get to that point where you can't pick up and pull your children out.
Right.
And then along the lines of even besides having kids, once you are retired, the beauty about being retired is you'll have one way of doing things, we'll have another way of doing things, and it's
Right.
just you find what works for you as an
No, right way.
individual.
Yeah.
And we don't even know if this is going to work for us, but we're just
Hey,
taking
but
that leap of faith.
We're
you're
hopeful.
diving in.
We're
diving in.
diving in.
That's right, and I respect that. That is really cool. Instead of someone say, "Well, I don't know. What if?" No, we're gonna do it. We'll figure it out,
Yep.
and if this works for us, it works. If it doesn't, hey, we'll plan B. We
Try,
got to
fail,
do.
learn.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, when I met my wife, met her later in life. Obviously, um, I was 39 and a half when I had my first child. But when I met her, she told me flat out, she goes, I got to be honest with you. I said, okay, well, please. Um,
Good start.
but she didn't was trying to find a way to tell me. She goes, I've been told by doctors I'm unable to have children. And I fell in love with you.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay. Well, I fell in love with you. We'll pray about doing adopting. We'll do all that.
Yep.
But I say, hey, let's travel. Let's go to Germany. Let's travel for about a year. Well, 9 months after our trip to Germany, here comes my baby girl. I was like, how'd that happen? Well, anyways, I just embarrassed myself. Sorry. Anyways, I can't believe I just said that.
Well, it's better you saying it than me.
Oh, my goodness. Oh boy. La 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 la. Anyway, so 9 months later, here's my baby girl, and she'll be 18 in February. Oh,
Wow.
can't believe that. But and then 19 months later, here comes my boy. But anyways, you never know what happens. Where I was getting at, when I was at that age, my friends, they had kids graduating high school, graduating college, some married at that time, and here I got a little baby. It's like, oh boy, I'm not gonna ask how that happened again. But 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 anyways. But yes, it's still have that going on, and time flies. I'm definitely not rushing it because I love being a daddy, and stuff like that. But I was telling my daughter this morning, I said, look, Grace, you can you just go back to kindergarten or something? No, Daddy, I'm going to college next year. Thanks, but absolutely. But let's get back to Barcelona now. I know I'm saying that right now. Pronounce Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine.
Barcelona?
I think they actually say it Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Yep.
Well, I got a friend of mine. He's from Spain, and he's an American citizen. He came over with his parents. They're American citizens and everything. Did everything the right way, all that stuff. Went to high school in Oklahoma and all that stuff. Anyways, but he said Barcelona. I know, what'd you say? Barcelona.
Yes.
Okay, we'll try it again. But he wants to get me to go to Spain. Hey, we can have a dude trip there. I'll take you to Spain and we'll do all this stuff and everything. And so one of these days I'm going to take my family there. And especially there is that you showed. I mean, that was really, really neat. Portugal.
Yeah, we'll definitely be going
Way
back.
back. Absolutely. Yep.
We mentioned it in a video. We want to go back when they actually finally finish La Sagrada.
Ah,
Because all the articles are saying they finished Sagrada. They didn't finish it, but they've topped it off.
right.
But they still have to they're still doing the glory side, the glory facade.
The entrance, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I know another thing that's very helpful in Barcelona.
Well
You
done.
did a budget breakdown there too, and
Yes.
and we were taking notes. We were taking notes on that. I'm like, okay, let me rewind. What do you say? Going back.
Hopefully the exchange rate will be better for you than
Yeah.
it was for
Yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt at all. Let's talk about your transatlantic thing. I've been on cruises, absolutely, but one of my dreams would be cool to go from here to Germany or here to Spain or do a transatlantic cruise. That was an awesome video.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We
I could
looked
tell.
at it as so again, being retired, we have the flexibility with length of time. So we looked at it based on, so if we were going to come home from Spain and want to fly the front of the plane, that's a 1-day trip.
Yep.
But if we could spend that same thing, especially for us, since we're working on slow travel, spreading
Beautiful
costs out
words.
over time, then if we could spend the same money but it take 14 days, that cost per day is so much better for us. And we lucked out with smooth seas, and
Yeah.
it was a really good trip.
That was a
And
nice ship.
such friendly people too. It was Oceania that we did, and that was our second one. And I will say, well, I guess we've only done the other one. I guess everyone's
Yeah.
really been friendly, but Oceania in general, I think, has just obviously the employees, but then the people that are on Oceania were really, really friendly. So it's fun to meet people, and some we still keep in contact with. So that was cool.
Yeah,
That's really.
that was our third
Yeah.
cruise, and we've got, in the future, we've got 2 more booked already.
Oh, that's great.
So
Not on that
we're
line, though,
starting to
different
catch the
line.
bug.
That was a nice room too, by the way. You did that room and cabin tour.
Yep.
Yeah, that was sharp. I like
Yeah,
that.
we enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
That ship was only like 3 or 4 years old.
Had a balcony, which was
Yep,
nice.
Yep.
Had a
Yeah,
little outdoor space. Even I don't know. There's something
Yeah, that
about
was
a
cool.
room with a balcony.
you got up there. Oh, I'm in a different place now. I'm like, yeah. It's just the water back there. That was cool. That was cool, man. And then of course you mentioned the folks you met there. You met some.
Yeah.
You got people around your table. I saw there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yep, we
We
did
still
the
keep in
pre-made dinner.
touch with some of
That's
them. and
great. That's
Actually
what I
met
love.
somebody who grew up in the same town in Miami that I did.
And
Check
Went
that
to the
out.
same junior high school. Didn't go to the high school because it wasn't built yet. But it's just
Yeah.
a small world.
And same thing in Missouri. Like the town that I'm from has 2,561 people, maybe a little bit more now, but very small, one stoplight. And no one ever knows where Camdenton is. And we met someone on the cruise ship that did. Like it's just such a small world, and we lived close to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, I mentioned before. I personally, I love people. You know, meeting people and stuff like that, and keeping in touch with people in your travels. There's something special about that. You know, I mentioned to you. In fact, I gave y'all an invite. By the way, it's a standing invite. Every year for the last 6 years, I host a meetup in Helen, Georgia. And we got the 7th annual coming up in March. So if y'all are around, we would love to have you come and visit us during that time.
We appreciate it, but
yes,
we
we'll
will
be
be
in-
in South America then.
South America.
South
Oh,
America. Yes.
wow. Like Brazil, South America, or
We're not doing Brazil's one of the 4 countries in South America that's not on our list.
okay.
For this
And of
trip.
course, I'll
We're
pick that one.
gonna see all the other ones.
Yeah. But in March will be Mendoza, right?
Yeah. March is Mendoza.
Mendoza. Wow.
Argentina.
Yep.
That is so cool, guys. Whenever, because this is the 7th annual coming. Now, I also host meetups in Europe too.
Cool.
Okay.
But like Helen, Georgia, I have. It's in Helen, Georgia. But in Germany, I'll just switch it up. Like one year I'll be in Munich, Heidelberg,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
different places. Like we have some that's good. They're moving to Albania. Have you heard of the Europats?
No.
Yeah. In fact, I sent y'all over to them, or sent them to you, to your channel.
Thank
They're called the Europats, and they're in their. They just got a contract on their house the other day. They're selling everything just like y'all. I was like,
yeah.
guys, you need to contact Kari and Christian and everything. So, but they're moving to Albania. They have a long-term goal, not necessarily a slow travel, but to move there. They're selling everything to be in France. So, but they found a way to retire early, and he's going to retire he's a deputy sheriff, and out in Texas. And she's in the financial world, anyway. So they're going to Albania because number one, you could be there a year without a visa, and all these other loopholes.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
then-
not Shenzhen.
And not Shenzhen, right?
A year, yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So they're going to go there and stay there about a year, and then they're talking about for years about becoming the euro, becoming the Schengen part of the Schengen at one point, but they'll be grandfathered in to go to France or to stay there a couple years and go to France. Their end goal is France. That's their dream,
Yeah.
France and all that stuff. But they're called the Europats.
We'll
We
check them
will look
out.
it up.
Yeah. Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I just did a live stream on them with them on Sunday, this past Sunday.
Cool.
So it should be on my channel. It should be on there.
Perfect.
That
We'll
out
take a
too.
look.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. All right, now see, y'all are the type of folks I could talk forever, but I know I don't have forever. But I'm going to get right to it. I sort of inadvertently gave you a homework assignment that you figured out before I could say it. That's the word I would use. Okay, so wrong verbiage. So, anyways, so a question for you. Okay, if you were to come up with 3 to 5 places in Germany that you've never been before, what would those places be? And whoever could go first.
Why don't you start and then I'll fill in? Because we haven't been anywhere. Like neither of us have been to Germany, so this one was
Okay.
wide open.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is great. This is when the research
So-
shows.
Yeah.
Take off the Berlin and Munich and just going to the major cities. Both of us have family heritage actually from Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, check that out.
Yeah, wow.
Carrie's
Yeah.
maiden name is Bonnecker.
Bonnecker.
That's German.
That's German. So her family is actually from the Sampler region, or Sampler, which I guess is western and central, close
Yes,
to the
Black
border.
Forest.
Yes.
Black Forest area. Yeah.
And then I have family, I'm going to butcher this name, so forgive me. One semester of German did not help. But Hirschhofen, it's down in southern, in Bavaria,
Okay.
because I actually have family heritage that is both southern German and Austrian.
Wow.
So I just switched over to Google Maps. So I'm down, some of the other small cities are Deggendorf or Landshut. So when you were talking
Well,
about
let's check.
being down by Austria and stuff,
Yeah.
so I guess it's northeast
Oh, there's
of
Constance. So you
northeast of Munich.
Okay. Yeah, I know Lensha very well. They have a good spaghetti ice cafe there too.
So those are some things family heritage wise that I would love to do just because of family
Wow.
heritage.
That's neat.
And then my mom, well, let me back up. My uncle actually spent 3 years in Darmstadt.
Darmstadt.
Where-
Okay.
Yep, he worked for Caterpillar. And so when he was there, my mom and my grandparents got to go visit him. And my mom just loves Germany. She's like, I told her we were doing this today. And she's like, oh, I love Germany. I want to go
Oh,
back.
that's so cool.
And so you mentioned Heidelberg, and one of the things that we would love to do from a Christmas market perspective, we heard Heidelberg was really cool from
Yes.
that area. So we would love if our families could join us and we could go explore a little bit the Christmas markets. My dad loves cars, so the Porsche. Where is that? Is there?
In Stuttgart.
Yes,
Stuttgart.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
So those would kind of round out a trip that would kind of be fun from an experience perspective from family.
That is awesome. We're look, my son especially. Oh boy, he'll tell you everything about a BMW, a Porsche, a Mercedes, an Audi, and I don't. When we go, it's always, Dad, can we go to the BMW factory museum and all that? So yes, well, I think they know it's my first name basis and everything. And I'm taking my son. In fact, my next trip is my son and 2 of his buddies. And Billy goes with me to Germany more than anybody, but he's taking 2 of his buddies. One's never been out of the state of Florida, and both of them's never been out of the country at all. And of course, we're gonna be at the Audi dealership and museum and factory, BMW, Porsche, all these places. And when you said cars, I'm like, oh yeah. And the funny thing is, now my son, he has Air Force aspirations. He loves flying. He was like, man, that'd be cool. He goes, but there's other things he want to, in technical area. But he knows his motors, and and again, he's 15 for a couple more months. Time flies. And Saturday morning or something, Dad, can we go by a dealership and just look at some cars? I said, okay, son. So we go to the dealership. Well, the first time I took him to one here in my hometown, we come walking in, and the manager of the place, I don't know who was the manager. He comes walking out and everything, and he's like, well, all right. He goes, so you gonna buy a car? He goes, no, this is just a beautiful car. He goes, and he goes, well, what do you know about this vehicle? And he started, da, 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 well, this 6.7, 640, and da, 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 da. And he goes, how old are you? He goes, I'm 14. This is
Yep.
and anyways, he's like, come back at 18. You want a job? Because he was like, yeah, my top salesman don't even know that. And then of course, we sat there for hours showing them, oh, this is the BMW museum and all this stuff and everything. So we go in there, we look around, they see us coming, they just know hi Billy and Darren, and just
Doing some window shopping.
exactly. But it's a lot of fun.
And
But
we just want to say one thing real quick as a tangent.
Sure.
Your hometown of Ocala, a gorgeous downtown.
Oh, thank you.
I've got some old work friends that actually live in Ocala.
Oh, really?
And we stayed at that Hilton
That's
Garden
really
Inn
cute.
right
Yes,
there. Just that whole town area with the square right there,
Square.
absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
You actually got lost walking there.
Shocker.
Wow, that is awesome. I'm there all the time. One of my favorite restaurants is Harry's. The Harry's restaurant.
Okay.
It's been years,
Yeah,
so
it's been.
I don't know all the
It's right there on the
individual
corner.
restaurant names.
Yeah. In fact, I was just at the Hilton last week. Last week. I had to find a bathroom. I went over there, but anyways, that's awesome. Hey, if you're ever in this area, please, contact me for sure. We just had a
Absolutely.
meetup back in August. I just put the video out Saturday. Silver Springs, which is right here.
Oh
And
yeah,
everything. Yeah, so people came and not funny story, but a sad story. I'm saying that in a fun way, but a sad way. Never mind. I'll just speak. We Spaghetti Eis, right? You know by now I love my Spaghetti Eis. I mean, I just do. I absolutely love it. And it's I think about it. It's like, yeah, I want some now. Anyways, about 5-6 months ago, well, more longer than that now, about 9 months ago now, they opened an ice cream shop here, and they had Spaghetti Eis. They didn't call it Spaghetti Eis, but they say, oh, we have ice cream that looks like spaghetti. I'm like, what? And I found out about it, went down there, and I was like, oh boy, I found a place right here. I don't have to go 5,000 miles now. I can just go right here in Ocala. And long story short, just befriended the owners there and stuff like that, and they contacted me, or I contacted them. I said, hey, I'm gonna have a meetup here, and I would love to bring all the people to your ice cream shop to have Spaghetti Eis.
Yeah.
And we named the meetup Spaghetti Eis at Silver Springs. It was just fun. He goes, yeah. Well, they arranged the advertisement portion of the company. Arranged a TV crew to come in and make a commercial with my group.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I was like, "What? That is awesome." He goes, "All you got to do is just eat ice cream. We'll ice cream's on us and everything." And I'm like, "That's awesome! That'd be a lot of fun."
Yeah.
So I put it out there. Hey, come be in a TV commercial. Da 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 da. And I had people flying in from Washington State,
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Rhode Island,
Uh-huh.
Oklahoma, and a bunch of other places, and some new and everything. Well, 3 days before people started coming, they closed.
No.
Oh,
No warning
no.
whatsoever.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
It's just sorry we're closed. No explanation. No nothing.
no.
I was like, oh no.
Mm-mm.
So I had to go there and contact everybody. Guys, look, I'm sorry. I have no control of this, but I have to let you know. Everybody came anyway. They bought their
Yeah.
tickets,
Yep.
but I felt so bad. But we ended up downtown Ocala. That's what made me think of this. We ended up downtown Ocala, walking around, went to Harry's and all that stuff, and some stayed in that hotel, the Hilton, right there at the square, and all that. But yeah, but that's the history of that. But anyways, so back to Germany. If you ever want to go to Germany, in your slow travel ways, please feel free to contact me.
Yes,
Um,
thank
Definitely
you. Oh,
will.
we will. Yes.
You
I
forgot more than we know about Germany, so.
yeah, well, that hey, it'll remind you. Um, they or back in the C word years, I started making itineraries for people, and I do it for free. I'm not a business. I'm not. I don't do it. I don't do this for that reason. I do it because I'm having fun, meeting people, all that good stuff. But in during the COVID years, I say the C word years because that messed up my Germany trips for a year and a half. Uh, COVID. Anyways, I did a lot of live streams, so I said, "Hey, I'll whenever we start traveling again, contact me. I'll set you up an itinerary and what like that." So I've been doing that ever since. And
Okay.
and it's fun. It's fun to do it. It's fun to do it. And one of my favorite stories, and I'll be really, really brief on this. I was contacted by a retired school principal and also retired officer in the Army, which he's also a retired school teacher. All right. They go to Rome all the time, Rome and Paris and all this stuff. Well, they ran across one of my videos and I said, hey, contact me if you ever want to go to Germany. Well, I always say, hey, we'll do a video call, like a Zoom type thing, and we'll
Yep.
find out what she wants. Do you want the city? You want the country? You want both? Anyways, just fill people out and figure out what they want and build an itinerary. And I get a lot of joy of that. And she was like, now this is going to sound like she's rude, but she's not. She was funny. She goes, well, I really don't want to go to Germany. I'm going because of him. And she's smiling. She goes, I'm going because of him. They've been married like 40 something years. She goes, yeah, this guy wants to go to Germany. I'm fine going to Paris and Rome, but I'm good and everything. And so she was fun about it. She was
Yeah.
not being
Yeah.
rude, but she's a trip and a half. Anyways, long story short, that was in 2021. They just finished, I believe, their ninth trip last week. But
Wow.
the first, when they went to Germany, they will, can you do a video call real quick? Look where we're at. Wow. I had no idea. Then 2 days later, hey, can we do a video call quick? Hey, look at this. What, Paris? What? Huh? Rome? What? We're going to Germany. Well, they've been back
You
9
don't
times
know until you try.
Yeah.
since 2021. So, and now they're taking their families and stuff like that, and they're telling people where to go and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun. It
Yeah.
is fun. It is fun doing that. But well, hey, I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Like I said, I could be on here for 5 more hours, but I really appreciate your time and coming up here and talking about your channel. One more question before we get going, unless something else pops up. uh, what are your aspirations from this point forward for your channel, your traveling, and just the floor is yours moving forward.
From a travel perspective, we have a goal of hitting each continent. So it's really just going, there's
That's
so
awesome.
much stuff that, we haven't experienced. So, and we know that there will be a million hiccups along the road. So from a channel perspective, if we can save someone from a mistake or just help one person learn from something that we do, that's kind of it.
Yeah, we started this channel initially just to document for us in case, God forbid, anything happens with us mentally. At least we'll have the memories there and a way to share it with our families. And it's turned into, if we can help one person with a video, to us, that's a successful video. We're not doing this this isn't part of our financial plan. We're intending to take any proceeds, we're going to give to charity. So this is all really just something fun, something to do that we've never done before. The learnings,
Yeah.
keep the synapses
Always
firing.
learning.
Always.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. So always be learning, and
Yeah.
I'm digging into the weeds on video editing and color grading. So it's
Yeah.
really, it's a learning stuff for us, and then just sharing information for others.
You do a great job doing that. What program do you use for editing?
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve. Okay. Yeah, I use Filmora. Filmora 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I started out with 10 a long time ago, and then sort of just dove into it, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's DaVinci can get very technical. It's a platform that it's actually used for motion pictures. So
Oh,
I know
I
maybe
didn't
a
know that.
quarter of a percent of the program. I could get by in it, but of course I like to go
You
down
do
rabbit
great. Yeah.
holes. So
Wow. Well, that's awesome. Well, guys, listen, again, I said it once, I'll say it again. Thank you so much for being here. And I wish you nothing but the best in your travels. And I look forward to every week to see Kari and Christian's video, when it comes out. So,
we appreciate it.
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Well, again, thank you so much. And I'm going to ask you both to help me say goodbye. Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to say Dankeschön, Tschüss. And not just Dankeschön, Tschüss. We're going to be animated. Okay. We
Yes.
won't even
Like,
practice it. Okay.
we
All
are
right.
going to practice or we're not going to practice?
We won't practice.
Okay.
We'll just,
Tell me that one again.
Dankeschön, Tschüss, but be animated as possible. Okay. Are you up for the challenge?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
All right. Well, folks, make sure you go see Kari and Christian from Rome, the Globe. Oh, say that 5 times. Rome, the Globe, and you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for being here. All the information will be down in the description below, so you'll be able to find them quickly. All right, guys, on the count of 3. You ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Doctors and Jews! We'll see you next time. Tschüssies! Oh, oh, oh.